In this video lecture, we will discuss about introduction of water, types of water and sources of contamination. First, we will start with introduction. In introduction, we will see that water is a good polar solvent and it is often referred to as a universal solvent. Good polar solvent, which means that it is a polar, thus having the negative and the positive charge on its end. Due to this, it allows the water molecule to be attracted to many other different molecules. So we say that water is a good polar solvent. In the simple word, we can say that allow the water to dissolve other substances. In the simple words, we can say that water dissolve in a variety of different substances. That's why we say that water is a good polar solvent, and it is often referred to as a universal solvent. Why we say the water is a universal solvent? Because it dissolves more substance than any other liquid. Just for example, there are the salt, sugar, acids and some gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide. This all dissolve in a water. So they are known as hydrophilic. Hydrophilic. The word hydro, which means that water, philic means loving. So salt, sugar, some acids and some gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, they all are dissolved in a water. They are known as hydrophilic, which means that water loving. Like this way, oil and fats are hydrophobic. So the word hydro means water, phobic means they are fearing of those things, or we can say that repelling to those things, repel from those things. So they are water fearing. Oil and the fats are known as hydrophobic, which means that water fearing. Water covers the 71% of the earth's surfaces. From all the earth's surfaces, water itself, it covers 71% of the earth's surfaces. In a form of ocean, in a form of stream it is present, in a form of lakes, in a form of ponds. So there is the many other form it is a present. So water covers 71% of the earth's surfaces in the form of ocean, stream, lakes, pond and many others. This water is in continuous circulation, which is known as hydrological cycle or water cycle. There is the continuous circulation of water above and below the earth's surfaces. So it is known as hydrological cycle or water cycle. So there is a continuous circulation of the water in above and below the earth's surfaces. That is known as hydrological cycle, or we can say water cycle. And we know that water is a transparent fluid. Its chemical formula is H2O, and water is lost from the earth by the way of evaporation, transpiration and exhalation. These are the process through which the water is lost from the earth. So what are the process through which the water is lost? Through the process of evaporation, transpiration and exhalation. These are the process through which the water is lost from the earth. And water comes in the earth also by the form of rain, by the form of snow that come onto the earth's surfaces, and it is also lost from the earth's surfaces in the form of by the way of evaporation, transpiration and the exhalation. Now we will see types of water and sources of contamination. There are mainly three types of water, such as atmospheric water, surface water and the groundwater. So what we have to study for today's lecture, that is first, that is atmospheric water. So in which form the water is present in the atmosphere, that we will study. And what are the sources that contaminate the atmospheric water. So first thing that what we will study, in which form the water is present in the atmosphere and what are the sources that contaminate the atmospheric water. Second, that is surface water. So what contribute the surface water and what are the sources that contaminate the surface water. Third, that is groundwater, and in that we know that the groundwater means water that are present beneath the surface water. Beneath the surface water, that is the groundwater. So, and what are the sources that contaminate the groundwater? So first we will start with atmospheric water. Atmospheric water, in that atmospheric water that exists in a three form. In atmospheric water that is present in a form of three form. That is first, that is water vapor, it is present in a form of water vapor. In a form of liquid vapor it is present, and it is a form of solid vapor. Water vapor, which means that in a form of gaseous it is present. In a form of gaseous form it is present. Liquid vapor, which means that in a form of rain, droplets of rain it is present, or we can also say that in a form of moisture it is present. Solid vapor, which means that in a form of ice or a snow it is present. Ice and snow it is present. So these are the atmospheric water that exists in a three form, in a form of gaseous, rain, ice and the snow. So these are the through which they exist. And the moisture contained in the cloud that will precipitate, how this atmospheric water that will precipitate in a form of snow and the rain. So this atmospheric water that are present in the atmosphere that will comes onto the surface water in the form of snow, rain, sleet and the hail. And now we will study that what are the sources that contaminate the atmospheric water. As we know that in atmosphere there are dust particles are present in the atmosphere, and to the dust particle the microorganisms will get attached to this dust particle. So air carries the dust particle, and to the dust particle to which the microorganisms will get attached. Okay, once they will get attached, so they are washed by the rain and comes back to the soil. So when the rain and the snow comes from the atmosphere, so they are washed by the rain and they are come back to the soil. So in the atmosphere the dust particle, how this dust particle that contain that microorganism, how they comes? So due to the runoff of the soil, whatever the microorganism that are present in the soil, due to the flow of wind current or due to the flow of wind, the whatever the microorganism that are present in the soil, some of the microorganisms that will come into the atmosphere, and in the form of dust particle there will come small dust particle that will come, and to which the microorganisms that will get attached, and in the form of rain that will come back to the soil. This is what all about the atmospheric water and the sources of contamination of the atmospheric water. Now the second one, that is surface water. Surface water is the water onto the earth surfaces. In the earth surfaces, or we can say that the surface water is on the surface of the planet. Whatever the water that are present onto the earth surfaces, or we can say the planet, that is known as a surface water. Surface water that includes lakes, stream, river, ocean, that all represent the surface water. What represents the surface water? As we know that 71% of the earth's surface that is covered with the surface water. So lakes, stream, rivers, ocean, this all represents the surface water. So this is what all about the surface water. And what are the sources that contaminate the surface water? So first we can say that microorganism from the soil. As we know that there are the large diversity of microorganisms that are present in the soil. So due to the flow of wind, somehow due to the runoff of the soil, so what happened, the whatever the microflora that are present in the soils, they will they will make a contaminate to the surface water. So this is the one source through which microorganism from the soil that contaminate the surface water. Second, that is through atmosphere. As we know that from the atmosphere, water that will come back to the surface water in the form of rain and the snow. So whatever the microorganism, whatever the dust that are present, dust particle containing microorganism in the air, whatever they are present, when they come back, when they are washed by the rain, they will come back to the surface water ultimately. So these are the sources microorganisms can come onto the surface water. And the third, we can say that any waste dump into them, whatever the any waste that we dump, waste from the domestic waste, whatever the waste that is coming from the our homes, and or we can say that any waste that are dumped from the industry. So ultimately whatever the waste that is generated in the industry, they will dump into the surface water, they will discharge into the surface water. So these are the sources that contaminate the surface water. So first we have seen the microorganisms from the soil. Second, we have seen the atmospheric organisms can come onto the surface through the atmosphere. And the third that we have seen, that is the any waste that we dumped into them. So any wastage that we dumped into the surface water, these are the sources through which we that contribute the surface water contamination, sources of contamination of the surface water. Now the third, that is groundwater. Groundwater is the water that held underground in the slate, pores and in the rocks. So in the simple word we can say that groundwater is the water that held underground in the soil, pores and in the rocks. In the rock, in the form of crack, there is a crack in which they are held, they are present. Or we can, simple words we can say the groundwater means that the water that are present beneath the surface water, that is known as the groundwater. In the groundwater, normally what happen, that is we know that there are the layers of the some soils, rocks that are present. So ultimately what happen, they will filtrate those things. So water is penetrated, whatever the water that will penetrate into the soil depending on its permeability. There are the layers of soils that are present. Okay, the water will, whatever the water that come from the atmosphere or the surface water, that will penetrate into the soil depending upon its permeability of the soil, because there are the some kinds of other particle sizes are that are present in the form of clay, gravel, stones, through which it will get penetrated. Depend upon its permeability and the depth to which the water penetrate, the bacteria as well as the suspended particles are removed by the filtration. So in this, suppose this is the surface water, groundwater. So whatever the microorganisms that get filtered through this layer of the soil. Okay, so ultimately here mostly we get the good qualities of water. So what happens, the whatever that is water that are present beneath the soils, beneath the surface water, that is known as the groundwater. And in the groundwater, ultimately mainly the 64% of the water, that is groundwater, that is used for the irrigation purpose for the crops and the plant. So it is a good. And the sources of contamination, if we talk about the groundwater, that is the soil and atmospheric flora somehow get penetrated, and these are the sources through which the surface water get contaminated.